This video is going to show you how to set up an assignment Dropbox in OnQ, so a place where students can go and submit their assignments. Log into OnQ and head to the course. Then in the top ribbon, select Assessments and Assignments. You want to add a new assignment. Give it a name. This is a place where, as it's indicating, a place for instructions. So this is a rich text editor, so you can do lots of really great things with it in terms of bolding, italicizing, etc., possibly adding links or different forms of media. There's also the use of the available use of different headers, which is really great for accessibility. You can add certain attachments, so if there's an additional resource, if you wanted to record an audio or visual explanation of that goes along with some of your instructions, then you can add those elements here. And then it's going to run you through various options for submission, so distinguishing the difference between the individual submission or a group submission, and then some of the specifications around which groups. For now, we're going to stick with this as an individual assignment. You can limit the type of submission file that is being added. You can limit the number of files allowed per submission, so whether it's unlimited or just one file. The preset is set to unlimited here, so we'll keep it there. And then submissions, this is to indicate whether, as it's saying, all submissions are to be kept, so it's going to keep a record of everything the student submits, or it's only going to keep the student's most recent submission, or the final option that only one submission is allowed anyways, and so the other two don't need to be applied. I do find this option can get a bit confusing. If students submit something and then resubmit another version, then you see multiple versions, and so possibly these latter two options are preferred. The email notification is a place where you can put, say, for example, your own email, so that you are getting an email notifying you when submissions come through. That's an option. I'm going to skip over category because unless you're getting into something really fancy, you can leave that blank. Otherwise, you're going to set up the evaluation and feedback section, so what you're scoring this particular assessment out of. Grade item is to associate it with a component that is currently existing in your grade book, or to, there's an option here of creating a new grade item. So this is to connect this submission box with a component of that gradebook. And then finally, I'll draw your attention to this last part about rubrics. So you can add a rubric if you have previously created a rubric for yourself in OnQ in a different section where there's the rubric builder. If you haven't done that and you have interest in using this rubric function, then you can create a whole new rubric right now with that rubric builder by clicking this link. This becomes really convenient when it comes time to marking, because you can make use of that rubric as you're going through the grading and reviewing of submitted assignments. So that's an overview of the various elements to setting up this Dropbox. If we click Save and Close, then you can see that this demo assignment has been set up for us. And students themselves would actually come into this assignments tab to see this Dropbox here, and when they access it, it will give them the ability to be attaching their documents in PDF, in Word format, for example, and eventually you can come back around and see those submissions. Additional information that's provided here is that 0 out of 6 students have completed the assignment, none have been evaluated, and no feedback has been published. As I work through the grading, these numbers would change. If you want to view submissions, you click on this down arrow, and here's View Submissions. We don't have anything submitted yet, but it would be within this space that you would see those submissions coming in from students and be able to not only access them, but use the grading elements that are built into the assignment tool.